Mhm. Yeah, so welcome to this Just Cloud Foundations meeting. And what basically wanted us is they just wanted us to jumpstart the course, just like we're done for the Linux. And wanted us to just have some memorandum of understanding with regards to how you're going to be going through the course, so that we can we can be able to be accountable to one another where we are and how we are going with it, so that we can be able to complete it in time and also get our certificates. I believe without support, without the right support and pacemaking, we cannot complete that course. It's quite wide with AWS. There's also another course that is there that I would wish us to do on Alibaba Cloud and also Huawei. But I can't jump onto those courses before we finish. The way we've been doing it, you need to do one, complete it successfully, then you go to another one, you complete it successfully, then you go on and on. And as you go on, you're obviously learning something and also applying what you're learning. So let me share something. Let me share a PDF that I'm having on my phone. AWS Cloud. Yeah. So let me just start on this. So today is like our first kind of a class. So let me share my screen. Share document. Allow. Yep. Okay. Kindly confirm that you can see this. Kindly confirm that you can see this document. Clinton, you Cynthia, can you see this document? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can see it, and you're audible too.
Yes, Clinton?
I can see it. It's clear.
Okay, I'm not hearing people. Yes, I finished with my audio.
Okay, I'm like, hello.
Maybe you can tell me on the chat. I'm not hearing anyone. Hope you can hear me. You can tell me on the chat that if you can see the document, that I don't.
You can hear me, Mr. Tui.
Can you see the document? Maybe share on the chat.
Mr. Tui.
On the chat. Can you see the document?
Yes.
Because I can't hear you. Okay. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Cynthia. Let me just start on it. So this is the course that we are starting on. It's called the AWS Academy Cloud Foundations. So AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. It is one of the biggest cloud service providers. Followed closely by Google Cloud Platform and Alibaba. So I also have a course on Alibaba that we can be able to do maybe after we are done with AWS. But this is how the course is. This is like our course outline. So AWS Academy Cloud Foundations is intended for students who seek overall understanding of cloud computing concepts, independent of specific technical roles. It provides a detailed overview of cloud concepts, AWS core services, security, architecture, pricing, and support. So it starts off from a general point of how to understand what what cloud computing is all about, then goes on to the specifics of that are very specific to AWS and how AWS provides cloud computing resources. As you can see, it is an introductory level course, level 100, and it is intended for AWS Academy member institutions. So We are part of an AWS Academy member. And also this course, I think, is now available to almost everyone. I think Clinton, maybe, I don't know, yours was, I don't know whether it was, yours was it on machine learning or was it on cloud? Maybe you can share the one that I shared with you, then you got it. Maybe you can share on the chat if I'm not able to hear you, then can tell us that what it was as you type. So as you tell us that, so the delivery method is instructor-led training. That is where I'm taking you through the course, through the content, through the PowerPoints, and getting to understand what the course is all about. Then we talk about video. Thank you. It was on machine learning. I will tell us, I wish I can, I don't know how, I'll try and connect with another phone so that I can hear you. Then you can share with us how it is going so far. How is it, how the machine learning is, how is that course taking you? Then, yes, so as I said, there's instructor-led training. That is when you're having a session like this one. Then there's the videos. These are the videos that are hosted on the learning management system. I think I enrolled everyone and you have been able to maybe access those videos. I don't know how far you were with it, but we will obviously start it off, then go with a higher pace. Then there's the LMS hosted content. So the LMS is, I think, is AWS instructor. I'll show you before I end the session, I'll show you how you access it. Then there's the hands-on activities. This course allows you to test new skills and apply knowledge to your working environment through a variety of practical activities. How long should you take for you to complete this course? You need to take at least 20 hours. So it means that for us to complete it maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, we need to at least spend 6 hours per week. 6 hours, that means like around 3 sessions of 2 hours, so that you can be able to complete the course that must be, you can see it must be delivered over a period of not less than 2 weeks. So it means that you must take it 3 weeks and above. So it means for us to complete it in 3 weeks, which is, I wish, is the target of everyone. I wish you can agree on that we do it in 3 weeks, is that we spend at least 2 hours, 6 hours per week. And not about 6 hours, it doesn't mean that 6 hours of us being on Zoom. I'm talking about 6 hours where, like, we can say 4 hours are for our own time, spending it on looking at the videos and the LMS hosted content. Then you have 2 hours of instructor-led training. So that is how I'm thinking of it. So you'll give me ideas on that once I join on another phone. So these are the modules. It's made up of 10 modules. I mean, yeah, is it 10? 5 modules. And were they 5 actually? I think there are 5. Yeah, so there are 5. So here they are. So the first module is pretty straightforward. I don't know how many of us were able to do the first module from the time I introduced the course, because it's not really, first of all, it doesn't start with AWS specific, Amazon Web Services specific concepts. It just starts with the cloud concepts, which apply to every it applies to every cloud computing provider. What about like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and all those concepts that are there, and the trade-offs. All of that is under introduction to the cloud. Then you also get a brief introduction to AWS cloud. Then you get to cloud core services. So we have VPC, EC2, EBS, S3, which is a storage, and AWS database solutions, the global infrastructure, and the categories of services. So those are core services. And on module 3 is all about security. So how do you apply security when you're dealing with AWS? So you're going to see things like access control and management, security compliance programs, and even things such as security resources and the shared responsibility model. So that is all about module 3 is all about security when you're dealing with the cloud, which is very important. Then module 4 is about architecting, AWS architecting. So it is about the well-architected framework. We're looking about there's a well-architected framework, and then some reference literature on fault tolerance, and high availability, as well as web hosting. Then module 5 finishes up with what we call cloud economics. So there are things about pricing. How do you price? How does AWS price their services? So get to understand how that happens. Something called total cost of ownership calculator overview, monthly costs calculator overview, and something such as AWS support plans. Very important to know, so that you know, because most of the time we know like cloud services are pay as you go. So it's important to understand how does AWS price their services. So you can see these are the total course duration when delivered by an educator is 28.5 hours. Then total e-learning duration is 7 hours. Below are the deliveries for each components of the course. Please note that the actual delivery time will vary. So these are some of the things. So you can see a welcome. A welcome is 48 slides. In e-learning can be taking around that time and all those. So it shows that when you're doing it through an e-learning mode of study, these are the tentative times it can take you to do. There are also some labs. There's some labs that we're going to be doing practically. I'll show you how you'll be able to access those labs. So these are very, very practical course that you can be able to use to access very well practically. Okay, so let me see whether I can join in. Maybe I can join in from another device so that I can see whether I can hear you. Okay. Sign out here, sign out. Join a meeting. So what is the meeting ID? 8. 96. 066 033. Okay, I hope I'll be able to hear you on this device. Okay. So anyone with a question? Let me stop my share. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Sorry, I was talking and I was all muted here. Yes, yeah, thanks so much, Clinton. I'm back. Sorry, I had not unmuted myself. I'm trying to coordinate 2 devices here. Don't know whether you can hear me now. Can even now unmute and ask questions that we may be having. Let me do my video from this side so that it stops looking as if. Okay. Any question? Any question on what I've just and also the suggestion? What do you think? Can we be able to cover the course in 3 weeks so that you can move on to something else and any question you may be having? And also Clinton to share with us how AWS machine learning course on Udacity is taking him. You can unmute and try and speak. That is, I've tried to join from another device. Yes, Clinton.
Okay, like is it the course, is it rigid 3 months or like rigid 3 weeks, or like is it flexible? Because kinda we still students now to a little bit pressed.
Oh, okay. It's not rigid. That is why that was my initial suggestion. But if you want us to do it, we can extend it maybe like with 1 week more, 2 weeks more, depending on how we are pressed with what our commitments are. It depends on us. Because as I said, the synchronous session hii yenye sasa tunaongeleshana saizi live, it can take more than 2 hours per week. So most of the learning is taking place on the learning management system, the AWS Academy learning management system. So maybe if you have a different suggestion, you can tell us how you would want us to do it.
Okay, like you recall last time the way we did it, like by the end of the month, someone should have finished it. What if like we move it by the start of the coming 2 weeks of September? That would have been 4 weeks that we should have finished up.
Yeah, so we move from 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm okay with 4 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I've taken in your suggestion. Anybody else with a suggestion that they may be having? Michael, you, Cynthia, Susan, do you have a different opinion as you also try and clear up? Okay, I'll take silence as being in agreement with what Clinton is saying. So we'll do, if you're doing it with 4 weeks, that will mean like if you're supposed to do it using 20 hours, it means that you need to tentatively, I would recommend you spend 5 hours per week, so that you can be able to complete the course in 4 weeks. So that is the pace we'll go with. And what that means, if there are 5 modules, that is, if there are 5 modules, you need to cover 2 modules in week 1, then we cover 1 module per week. Because module 1 on introduction, the one that I had shown you, maybe let me share my screen again. So this one, this part written module 1 on introduction to the to the cloud and AWS cloud. I believe it's possible that you can complete it even, we don't have to spend the whole of this week on that. But I can see module 2 is quite lengthy. We can take the whole of this week and next week dealing with module 2. So what that means is we can agree that we do module 1 and 2 this week and next week. Then, but not meaning that we do module 1 this week alone. We do module 1 and finish it up and start with module 2 immediately. We're still within this week. Then we do another part, like you can say, overview of services and categories, introduction to AWS global infrastructure, and introduction to Amazon VPC. All those you can cover it this week. Then next week we go to security groups, EC2, EBS, S3, and AWS database solutions. You can see the best way you can understand it is when you look at it from this perspective. You can see the number of slides in every PowerPoint for each and every, and you can see do that. This is module 1 and module 2. And you can see module 2 has a lot. Module 2 has, let me just try and zoom it out and have it that way. You can see the number of slides. You can see even in like core services compute, module 2.1, it has 67 slides. And you can see storage has 55 slides, VPC has 37 slides, databases has 54 slides, elastic load balancing and cloud auto scaling has 39 slides. So you can see module 1, module 2 has a lot of content to cover. So, and we really need to not just rush that one. We need to understand every concept within it. So, so I'll ask that we also agree on the timing for the next thing will be timing for the live sessions. That is the 2-hour sessions. And also how we are doing it, we'll be doing it in this way. I teach it, then I teach that concept, then you now go to the to the learning management system to understand it more and also to do the quizzes there, so that we'll have discussed it. Then you go through the material on the learning management system. Then also in the next lesson, we start by looking at any queries you might have had for the concepts of the last session. Then we go on with what we are supposed to look at in that session. For example, what I mean is this: if I've come today and taught you about AWS module 0 and module 1.1, then I tell you go and do that in the learning management system and do the quizzes. If there is any issues when you come back and now start to do module 1.2 and module 1.3, we'll start by looking at those issues first. Then we now go to module 1 and module 1.2 and module 1.3. I think that is a good way of looking at it. Si ni sawa hivyo ama mnaonaje? How do you see that? Yes, Susan. Nakusikilia mbali sana.
I am a bit confused in a way.
Yes, it's okay. We'll try and unconfuse you.
So I'm wondering, I'm doing an AWS course that has 10 modules na naona different. I don't know. Nimepotea ama ni mimi because I came late. I am not grasping things.
Unasema AWS iko na 10 modules?
Yeah, the one I'm doing currently.
Oh yeah, that is what I was saying at the start, because I just got the course outline PDF out of it. Okay. Maybe it's not the latest version. Okay. Maybe this might not be the latest version, but if it is 10 modules, I believe they are all. Let me just try this. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Let me start sharing my screen on my whole screen. That way, then we see. Let me just log in so that we speak from something that is AWS. I think Firefox Chrome is better. Yeah, it is here. Upload. Let me log in as an educator. Does it have my account code? Does it here? Okay, that's just a message from them. So which course are we on? I think it is this one, Cindy. Let me see. Yeah. Let me open it. So modules. So there's the pre-course. Module 1 has cloud concepts overview. It has all those things. Their advantages. Module 2 is also, I think they restructured this. So I can see module 2 is about cloud economics. Am I on the right course?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Okay. Module 2 is about cloud economics and billing. Then module 3 is about AWS global infrastructure. Module 4, AWS cloud security. Then module 5, networking and content. And then we have compute. Module 6, module 7, storage. Also, they separated it so that storage is by its own. Then we have databases on its own. So I think it was revamped and made more detailed. Module 9, cloud architecture, the one that we're calling architecting, sorry. Then we have auto scaling as the last one. Yes, then we have the sandbox environment. Good. So if you are having it in this fashion, we can say we can target it. If you are doing it in 4 weeks, we can be able to say we do module 1. Module 1 is pretty clear. We can do module 1 and 2. Then we go 3 and 4, depending on how we are moving on. Then 5 and 6. So if you are doing, if I'm talking about 1 and 2 for week 1, I can see 3 is not that big. 3, if I may ask, Susan, umefika module gani?
Nimefanya up to 4.
Up to 4?
Yeah.
Oh, up to 4. So how was module 3? Was it that detailed for you?
Module 3 was the shortest among the 4 I've done.
Yeah. So module 3 was the shortest. So you can see if you are on our own, if you are on that pace as Susan is going, which you might need to catch up with the pace, is to have we can just think of how we can do in this whole first week, module 1, 2, and 3. You can tell me if it's too long. Then we go to, when you're going to module 4, which I can see is quite an Indian. I think the first lab is here, lab 1. We can do module 4 in the coming week, that is week 2, module 4 and 5. So that those are in 2 weeks you have done the half. So we are on course. And let me see, module 6 is quite long. So module 6, you can have it in week 3. Module 7, we have it in week 4. Module 7 and 8, we have it in week 4. Then we finish up. I think we can be able to say we'll do it in 5 weeks if you are to move it in that way. But the best strategy is to have it, is to move with a pace that we are all comfortable with. We are not rushing to finish. We are rushing. We want to understand the concepts, and that is what I really want to emphasize on. But still, I'm also trying to see that we can finish it and be able to look at maybe other certifications that you can get, or other certificates that you can also get. Or if we can decide, you can be able to decide that we do it as alongside others. So you do it at a slower pace, much slower pace. Then we try and also see whether you can do. But what Clinton has said is people are pressed. So you don't want us to add a lot of learning from all the learning that you are doing right now. So yes, thanks so much, Susan, for reminding us that we are having 10 modules. Let me just go back here. So I think this is what maybe Clinton can tell us. This is what you are doing. Is it machine learning? Look at the modules here. You can tell us whether it is. There's an issue there. Let me see. Let me see what the issue is. Let me see whether I have to start it. I think it is this one. Good. So you can see it as module 1 on welcome to AWS Academy, introduction to introducing machine learning. Machine learning is quite tricky, it's quite hard, but it's a good thing when you're trying to use it. Then module 3 does that on Amazon SageMaker. There's a lot of labs. Then module 4, introduction to introducing forecasting. Module 5 is computer vision. Module 6 is natural language processing. And yeah, and I think it ends with module 6. So maybe Clinton, is this the same content that you're going through on Udacity?
Yeah. So it's the same content. Actually, the modules are just 6 as you've illustrated.
Oh, nice. But you're being taken through by a certain, like an instructor. Maybe there's a community. You are in a Slack channel somewhere or something.
Yeah, for the guidance. Yeah, but the ledger chunk is like each slide, like each slide is explained with the, like there's some background voice taking us through. And
so like this one,
the chapter content, there are more of tutors video.
So something like this one, like
yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So that is what I was telling you. Like, as much as you're going to go through the modules ourselves, because it's important to do it and then we discuss the way I'll be taking you through, you can come and also watch these videos and get to hear from these instructors from AWS Academy. So the essence of us having the live sessions is for us to discuss and also have somebody to just guide you and hold your hand and as you also move through. Let me get out of this course. Okay, dashboard. So is there anybody who has not been able to access this learning management system by Canvas by AWS Academy? Kuna mtu yote akona shida was not being able to access it? Let me stop my share. Sorry. Is there anybody who has not been able to access it? Michael, yes. Kwa nini? Or maybe you need guidance on it. Okay, let me see. Okay, I forgot to do something very important. Okay, I'm start sharing my camera instead of sharing my screen. I forgot to do this. Let's go to the course. I think it's, is it this one? No, there's a number of courses that are going on. Let me go to people. And I go to people. Is this, where's the course specific page? Where is it? I think, is it here? Yeah. People. Go to people. So I can see, this is the reason why, Michael, you have not joined. I can see you are still pending. I don't know why you are still pending. You can see Susan is already joined. Clinton, you've already joined. You seem to have already joined. Pending why? Is this your email? Let me check your email. Let me check, I don't know why. User details. Check the user details. See, Michael, these are your details. You have not been checking this email. Let me resend you the invitation. Resend invitation. Michael was added to the course. Resend invitation. So you'll get the email, right? You'll get the email, then you just accept. You can see one invitation hasn't been accepted. So you need to check that. Then there's something else that I would like you to check. I forgot to tell you that, but very important. Let me go to the dashboard. I don't know if I added you. Did I add you to that? AWS Quick Start. Let me see. It's down here. You can see the difference. Yeah, your school email. You check your school email. So the difference, you can see there's this course here written. It's still the same course, but it has AQS there. Do you see there? At the end of it all, you see 2EN AQS. So this course is a different type of course. I have less control over this one than I have over this one that doesn't have AQS. But this one that has AQS, you can see this course closes on October 6th, 2021. You can see I'm not the one who controls it. But the good thing with this one, you'll be sent a badge. Do you see? You'll be sent something, a badge if you get 80%. Then what else is there? Let me check here. Modules are just basically the same. Then there's a discussion. So you can see the good thing with this one, with this AQS, it has, what can I say? It has a sense of community around it. Then there are people called AWS mentors. So mentors, they are people who are staff from Amazon Web Services, and they are there to help you go through the course and you can ask them any questions. You can see like this person called Jen Ho. She's an AWS mentor. You can see I am Jane, one of the AWS mentors. I work mainly in the public sector, blah, blah, blah. I'm based in Singapore, and you'll be online from 9 a.m. to that Singapore time to answer your question. I'm sure that there's a lot to learn. Hi, my name is JQ. I will be supporting the AWS by answering the question that you under this model. Feel free to ask. My name is Jerome. I'm doing the class to learn more about computers or anything. You can come here and just ask questions. So you can use the other course to help you understand the concepts. And then when you come here, you can come here and ask questions. I believe everyone is enrolled. Kuna mtu hayuko kwa hii AQS? Then there are some module deep dives. Let me see. This module deep dive. So deep dive, you can see, click here to download the deep dive. Try and see if I can download that. So there's some more content. It has more content than the other. Then it has, what can I say? It has a mentor. It has a mentor. So that is the difference between the AQS. Yeah, the AQS and the other one, where I have a bit of more control. The other one, I can't see how you are performing. I can't be able to guide you because this one is the other one I can be able to do that. But still, I believe everyone ako kwa hii AQS. Let me confirm. Where do I go? Yeah, you can say I can't even see people. Home. Can I see people? Mko kwa hii AQS? Do you have it on your learning management system? How do I access it? Let me see. The reason why I didn't emphasize much on it is because I have less control over it. But it helps you because it has mentors. It's a place where we are being told to add people, and I was adding people. Only change. I think they changed that course to be in such a way that I can't see. We can't see people. Yes. Announcements. When I joined in the role, I'm only in the roles. I can't see a lot of things there. So if I can't see a lot of things, but still the good thing with that course, it helps you connect with mentors and ask questions and see what other people are asking. But the main course we are doing is this one that doesn't have AQS. So I hope you have understood the difference between the one that has AQS, this one here, and the one that doesn't have AQS. The one with AQS has mentors and some questions and some bit of more content called deep dives. So if you are on both of them, just know that the way I'm checking a lot of where I have more control and I can be able to assess your progress is on this one. But this other one, I have less control over it. Okay. So I think we've agreed we'll try and do our best to cover 4 weeks. If you're not able to cover 4 weeks, we'll do it in 5 weeks so that you can be able to see how you can be able to do it. Any questions? Any question? I think I'm supposed to be in another meeting and but it's okay. Hope we've covered something very important, right? Let me stop the share. Okay, yeah. Sini sawa hivyo. So we can agree on the meeting day. Meeting day and time for the 2-hour session. I'm at 2 or 3 hours. I was suggesting Saturday morning. I don't know how that was the earlier time we had, but I'm thinking that is the best time. I don't know for you. We can do from maybe 9 to around 11:30. Or we are going to start. If you're going to start this week, it means that we need to meet on a day that is not Saturday, because Saturday has already passed. And as I said, my suggestion is we look at the content first, then we look at the content together. Then after we look at the content together, that is when we now, after that, that is when you now go on and now look at it by yourself, more of the content from the others. I don't know how you think about that model. You can share on the chat if you are unable to unmute, but you can unmute still and speak. Do you prefer we meet some day of the week this week? Tomorrow I'm tight. Tuesday is going to be crazy. Wednesday. If you're going to meet this week, you can meet on Thursday. Oh, Michael, on Saturdays you're in church. Or which day? Is it Saturdays is when you're in church? Thursday. So do we make even Thursday? Do we make Thursday the day of meeting? I can see Susan, that's fine with you. Can we make Thursday be the day when you're meeting instead of Saturdays? You can even unmute, don't worry, you don't have to spend a lot of time typing. So Susan is saying Thursday, Michael, Thursday. What about Clinton? What about Clinton? What about you, Cynthia? Clinton, you, Cynthia, I think we need to close with that. Thursday, you, Cynthia, okay, that's fine. What about Clinton? Maybe Clinton is not near. Yes, Clinton, you're unmuted. You wanted to say something? Okay, so we do Thursday. Then what? The other thing is the time. Evening, 5 or 6? Which time? 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.? Or which time? Just say which time, because I think evening is much better. I don't know. Or you can decide even early morning at 7. 6 p.m. Okay. Clinton, 6 p.m. What about others? You can just type on the chat your suggested time. Then we close with that. I'm waiting on the time. We agree on the time, then we finish. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Susan. Thank you, Cynthia. That will be fine also with you. So no worries. And Michael, you'll bear with that. Yeah, 6 p.m. Okay, so Thursday, 6 p.m. So what I'll do, I'll send a calendar invite. So you'll share with me on the chat, on the WhatsApp group, your Gmails, so that I send you a recurring calendar invite for the next 5 weeks. You'll be using the same link to join. So you'll be getting a notification maybe 10 minutes before the start of the session. So you just make sure you click yes. The moment you see that invite, there's a place where you say yes, no, maybe. So you make sure you click yes. It is going to help you remind you when you are about to start the session. So I'll send the calendar invite after this session. I'm going to another meeting, then I'll create the invite, Thursday, 6 p.m. But even before Thursday, you can be able to look at the concepts. Somebody like Susan, you're already at module 4. You don't have to come back to module 1 with us. You can go on, but still you're going to catch up with you. So I'm sorry that we were supposed to start, then a lot of things came up, but this is how you're supposed to start it out. Then we move on so that we are able to complete the course the way we are able to do the other one. Then the other thing is you're going to be doing some check-ins every, let's say, every day of the week, any day of the week, where you are able to share anything that, like, for example, where you are, like what you are able to do over the last 2 or 3 days, what you are doing, you are planning to do, and any issues that you're facing. Also, you're going to be doing some labs. So remember that if you are facing any issues with the labs, you can still share in the group, then you're able to finish with that. So unless there's any final thing, I think we can call it a session. I'll still share these as a YouTube. I don't know whether if there's any one of us who missed. Is there any one of us who missed the session? Okay, I don't think there's any one of us who missed the session. So, but I'll still share. So for your reference, for us to remember what we've just discussed. Yes. Yes, the labs are very practical. Yes, Susan, the labs are very practical. You're going to be using real AWS resources. So it's just that I can't start demonstrating it because right now I'm on my phone. My laptop had an issue. I sent it to repair, and I didn't want to join from my desktop because if I join from my desktop, it doesn't have a camera and it doesn't have a microphone. But and also the labs, you're going to be doing them together most of the time. I'm going to always make videos of me doing those labs myself. Then I share with you so that you can try it out also yourself as you try to do it the way I'm doing it. I think that will make it good, right? So that you're able to understand, because it's a practical cloud foundations. There's no need of us learning it theory. If you are to learn it theory, I would have just allowed you to do it with your lecturers in the campus there. But the reason why we're doing these courses is for us to make it as practical as possible, right? Yeah. So any queries? Any other questions? Is there any question? Any other question? Any other question? Yeah, so let's always, from there on, we'll be keeping time. Sorry, it's just that I didn't it went beyond my expectations that today I was going to be late on the road coming back. But yeah, so Thursday 6 p.m. So we'll be doing it for around 2 hours, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So make sure you plan your supper very well, or anything that you might need to do between that time, so that you're able to move on very well. Then again, if you have any questions, don't wait until Thursday 6 p.m. Let's make use of the WhatsApp group very well. Let's be so active there. Then we'll try and answer questions there, so that by the time you're coming to class, even the sessions are a bit shorter, because we've been doing a lot of things on the WhatsApp group, right? Yeah, so that is very good work from Susan. If you've been going through the course and you're there at module 4, that is very good of you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the link will change. The link for the meetings for the 5 weeks will, because I'll schedule it. It will mean I need to schedule another meeting. I need to schedule it and put it as a calendar invite. So make sure you send me. That is your first task. Send me your Gmail accounts. There. Did you send me? Or I was asking in another group. I think I was asking. Yeah, send me there. As much as I think I have them, just send me there so that I can just compile them. Then I can send you the calendar invite. I think that is clear. Then also the link I'm sharing it on the WhatsApp group. That is the link I've shared there. So you can just follow this session after you're done from there. Any other questions? Any other queries? Any queries? Any queries? So can we end it there? I hope the session was insightful and helpful. And will be it's a good start for the AWS Foundations course, India. Right? Clinton, simko sawa? You Cynthia, Michael, Susan. Mko sawa? Are you good? Thanks so much, Susan. Yeah, thanks, Clinton. We're good. So we're good to go. Let's stay motivated. Let's do anything to our best of our abilities to stay motivated to finish the courses. And I hope these courses are really helpful to you. Also, if you're somebody you would like to refer to the course, just refer them. I don't have any problem with us being more in number. So since we are starting just like on a restart, if you think there's somebody else who needs to join us, usikanyagie. So just tell them and to reach out to me, and you can do the course together, because I'm offering it for free. So no strings attached. Okay. So I think with that, we can close the session. If there's anything else, maybe you can share on the WhatsApp group. Just remember to send me the Gmails on your WhatsApp, on the WhatsApp group. Okay. And then we're going to be more interactive. From the other sessions, we're going to be doing it more and you're talking more. So yeah. So have a nice time, and God bless you.